So let's go ahead and stand up nice and tall on your mat. And let's work those ankles a little bit. So just lift your toes up, toes down, heels up. Heels down, toes lift, and then heels lift. Toes lift, and then heels lift. So just take your time to work to articulate through your ankle joint and focus on that breath. Good. Feel that mobility at the ankle, and take notice if either ankle is a little bit tighter than the other. And lifting those heels up a little bit higher so you can lift your body straight up as you lift those heels up without falling forward or backwards, so that you're not just lifting straight up. Using that core to help assist you. You should start to feel those calf muscles warm up. Good, deepening into that breath. And let's do 3 more. 2. And 1 more time. Let's just lift your toes only, toes only. Good, just the toes. We're gonna stay nice and stable, lifting all 10 toes. We're gonna get that whole entire ball of the foot up off the mat. 3 more. And now just the heels up and down. Heels up and back down. Heels lift and lower. Good, find that length in your body, going straight up as those heels go up. We're gonna do 5 more. 4. 2 more. And then hold those heels up, hold them up, and then just little pulses up. Lifting up and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then lower those heels back down. Should feel those calf muscles nice and toasty. So once you're there, we're just gonna squat and stand. Sit down into that chair, find that deeper chair so you can get a little lower and feel your weight back into your heel, but still think about staying centered over the ball of the foot. So you have that nice base and then come all the way up. But again, stay within your range of motion here, so don't go quite as deep into that squat. If your range of motion doesn't allow or you feel discomfort in those knees. Let's do 3 more. And let's hold this next one down and little pulses with those thighs. Little pulses. Relax the shoulders out of your ears. Let's hold down into that squat. Step 1 foot back, and then the other foot back. Step back, coming back into that deep squat every time that leg steps back in. Good. And pressing back through the armpits. So for those triceps, engage as those arms sweep back. Good. Staying connected through the core. So abs are engaged to help you stabilize as well. Let's do 1 more time to each side. And then I'll hold my right leg back. And I'm gonna feel more weight into my front leg. And as I feel that way, I'm gonna keep my arms reaching back. I'm gonna lift that back leg and lower. Lift and lower. If you need to straighten that front leg just a little bit more, so honor your bodies, reach those arms back, holding them back. So you can keep those hands behind your body, lifting with that butt cheek. Good, 2 more. And then hold that leg lifted, hold it up, and just little pulses up for 5. 2 more. And then bring that leg in, find that deep squat, sit a little bit lower. Good, and then take that opposite leg back, deepening into that squat on that front leg if you can, and lift and lower that back leg. Find the length, use your butt cheek and your hamstring to help lift and lengthen that leg, holding down into that front leg if you can, but remember, if needed, straighten it a little bit more. Focus on the breath. Beautiful, let's do 5 more. Good, 2. And then holding that leg lifted, keeping those arms reaching back, and just those little pulses up. Good, deepen that breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, bring that leg in, find that squat, so a little deeper, and then slowly take your hands onto the mat. Step 1 foot back at a time, find your plank. Remember that plank can always be on your knees as well, so honor your body. Good, deepen into that breath. See if you can bend one knee in, scoop with the abs, lengthen it back out. Other knee bends in, scoop with those abs, lengthen it back out. Good, slowly take your time as you bring one leg in. And if you're on your knees, you can still kind of scoop in and reach out, scoop in and reach out, or just hold that position as well. Feel like you're pressing away from the mat, pressing out of the floor with those armpits. Good, drawing up with the abs. Find that control, almost like we're doing the single like stretch here. You're pulsing in for 2 and switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. Good, 10 more seconds. Breathing into it. Focus on that breath, adding that little pulse of that leg in, just like we're doing the single leg stretch in Mat Pilates. One more time to each side, and then go ahead and come down to those knees, sit back, find that nice stretch of the spine, and then round and articulate back up. Let's go ahead and sit your butt onto the mat, having those legs out in front of you. Sit up nice and tall, holding the back of the thighs, and plant those feet firmly on the mat. Let's slowly articulate down into a C curve, and then roll your body back to upright. So think about tucking the pelvis, scoop the abs, articulate down, and then back up. And think about keeping your rib cage lifted up out of the pelvis, finding that control in both directions, and just working to mobilize through your spine. So slowly down, and then back up. Good, focusing on the breath. Finding that length as you peel up. Good, stacking up nice and tall, relaxing those shoulders away from those ears. Find that length as you come back to upright. Let's do that 2 more times. And on that second one, we'll go ahead and hold that C curve. So find your positioning. Let's roll back, tuck in the pelvis, find that spot where you can hold, and then just take your left arm, reach it up, bring it back down, and then right arm up and back down. Good, we're gonna maintain that shape of the spine and holding yourself using the core so we're not getting strain in the back. And also find that length in your arm as it reaches up, but be mindful that that shoulder is still staying away from the earlobe. Good. And let's go ahead and do that one more time to each side so we're nice and even, focusing on the breath. And then once you're even, we're only gonna lift your arm about to the height of your shoulder, maybe slightly below, and then twist and open and come back to center. Twist and open, rotate from your torso, slowly back to center. Feel that evenness in your hips, so nothing moves besides that rotation of the spine. Good, take your time as you open and close. Deepening into that breath for 3 more. Good, 2. And 1 more. Coming back to center, set that hand down behind your thigh, reach that other arm up, and twist and rotate. And then back through center, twist and rotate, back through center, relaxing those shoulders away from the ears, deepening into your breath. Good. Find that control as you rotate. And let's do 3 more. 2. And 1. Coming back through center. Feel free to keep your hands on your thighs. Otherwise, see if you can reach those hands out in front of you. And then as slow as you can, roll yourself or walk your hands down. Roll all the way down until your head connects on the mat. Once your head connects, plant those feet firmly on the mat, hands long at your side. Flat back bridge, lift it up and back down. Flat back lift and lower. Feel like those thighs are reaching across the room. And think about that weight on the shoulders. Pressing into the palms so you activate the triceps. And think about your feet feeling nice and even in those feet. Three more. Good. And then on this next one, go ahead and lower it down. Let's take your right leg, cross it over your left thigh. So kind of into a piriformis stretch position. Think about aiming this knee away from you. and then pulling your toe towards your knee, and feel that length in your spine. Flat back, lift it up, and back down. Flat back, lift, and lower. Good, engage that booty to help you lift. Deepening that connection into your breath. Good, we got 3 more. And let's hold this next one lifted. So hold it up, lower halfway down, all the way back up. Halfway down and lift. Halfway down and lift. Good. Deepen into that breath. And we got 5 more. And 1 more. Go ahead, lower back down. Let's switch sides, crossing the opposite leg over, aiming that knee away from you, toe towards the knee. And again, length in the spine, flat back lift and lower. Flat back lift, and then hinge as you lower. Think about aiming this knee away from your body, deepening into your breath. Good, 3 more. And on this next one, let's go ahead and hold that lift, hold it up, and lower halfway down, all the way back up. Halfway down and back up. Good. Find that control. Deepen into the breath. Engage that glute to help you lift. And 5 more. Good. 2. 1 more. And then slowly lower yourself back down. Uncross those legs. And then take your hands to your thighs. Slowly nod that chin to the chest, crease up that chest line. Take the hands up, open out to a T, hands back to the sky, hands back to your chest. Walk yourself down. Walk yourself up into that crease at the chest line. Reach the hands up as an option. Open the arms to a T, back to the sky, and then hands back to your thigh, and then slowly walk back down. Nod the chin to the chest, crease up that chest line. Reach it up, open, close, lower it back down, and then walk down your thighs. Walk it up, reach up, open. Think about flattening through the abs as you lift up. Imagine that you're tightening your belt. And of course, if you need to, feel free not to even take the hands off the thighs. You can always keep them there. Deepen into your breath. And let's do that for 2 more. One more time. Good. And as you come up, let's just hold. See if you can open and close for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. And then place your hands back on your thighs and slowly walk yourself all the way back up. Let's turn to face sideways. Let's prop yourself up on your forearm. So shoulder out the ear, lift out this bottom armpit. And then gluing these legs together like one, but feel that lift out of your bottom side and working to maintain that. Keeping the ankles together, let's open and close that top leg. Good. Externally rotating. Think about that glute helping open that leg up. So feel that glute muscle rotate to open up the hip. Press away from the floor with your arm. It's basically like holding into a side plank. So we want to feel that shoulder, out of the ear, that lift out of that bottom armpit. Core is active. Deepening into that breath. Good. Opening with that side glute. Five more. 2 more. Hold it open and just a little open close. Little open close. Three more. And 1. And lower that leg down. So take that top leg reached out straight. If you can, take that top hand in the ceiling. We're gonna lift up, tap, and come back down. So I'm not letting that foot go all the way to the floor. Stay lifted out of this bottom armpit, and then you're trying to touch and touch. But find that length as you reach out. Good, deepen into your breath, press away from the floor. And feeling that side body and feeling that oblique engage in that side glute. But as your limbs come together here, make sure you're not sinking into that rib cage. Yeah, it's tempting, right? Good. 5 more. And 2. 1 more. Holding out, and then just little pulses of that leg up. And then bringing that leg back down. Good, bending those legs back in. I'm just gonna spiral my forearm away from you, away from me. I'm gonna press into my palm. I'm gonna press up to a straight arm and lower back down. Press up to a straight arm and lower back down. So just a mini single arm push up here. You can keep your hand at your hip, behind your head, or reach that hand to the sky for that added challenge. And breathe. 3 more. Good. 2, 1. Hold it halfway, little pulses, halfway up and halfway down. 2 more. Pressing that arm to straight. Good. And then press all the way up and reach over toward your toes. Feel that nice stretch through that side body. Deepen into that breath. Good. Slowly take that hand back down. Swing those legs to the other side so we can repeat. So lift out that forearm. Remember, this is basically like doing a side plank, and a great fundamental, especially if you can't really get up into that full side plank because of shoulder or other issues. This is a nice place to build strength. So again, lift up through that bottom armpit, shoulder out of the ear, ankles together, and then bring those knees back so you're more lined up with your body. Open and close that top leg. And again, feel that glute helping to open that leg. And every time that leg opens, checking that you're not sinking down to the torso. So you can always keep your hand there as a reminder, or hand at your hip. Good. Deepening into the breath. And taking notice if you're a little tighter on one side compared to the other. And just notice that and do your best to work through that. Could just be some tightness in the body. Good. And again, find that fuller inhale, that deeper exhale, breathing into it. 5 more. Good. 2 more. And then that fun part, let's hold that leg open and just little pulses up. Little pulses. And again, feel that side body helping to pulse that leg up. Deepening into your breath, press away from the floor for 5. 2 more. And 1. And then bringing that leg back down. Whew. Good. So again, lift out this armpit. Take that top leg, reach it out straight. Top hand reaches to the sky. And we're going to lift it up and then back down. Remember this leg, if you can, we're going to keep it only to that hover so we actually never completely lower back to the mat. And check in that as your limbs come together here, that you're not sinking into that rib cage. It's tempting, right? We want to, because that makes it feel a little bit more relaxing. But we're not relaxing, we're moving, we're breathing. And again, find that length as you reach away. Think about that side body helping to crunch everything in. Deepen into your breath. And 5 more. Good, and 2. 1 more. And then let's hold into that hover, keep that hand reaching up. Little pulses with that outside leg. Little pulses up, lift out of the armpit. And then go ahead and lower that leg down. Bring those legs back in together. Rotate through the forearm, bring your palm away from you. So press into that palm, press up and lower down. Press up, single arm press, and back down. We're gonna keep that shoulder away from the ear and really focus on the armpit, tricep, helping you to move. Find that control and take notice if one arm feels stronger than the other, or maybe you're feeling pretty equal today, equally challenging or equally awesome. Good, take your time, resist it back down and back up. So find control in both directions. Don't just muscle through it, really focus on that side armpit. there. And 2. And let's hold it halfway, and let's do some little pulses. Little pulses, halfway up and halfway down. Good for 5, 4, 3, 2, press it all the way up. And let's bring those legs out in front of you. That was a lot of fun. So have those hands at your side, fingertips facing in towards your butt, and then lift out of the armpits. Find that length through your torso. Press into those feet. We're gonna lift your hips all the way up and come down to a hover. Lift up, open up through the chest, and then back down to your hover. Lift up, open the chest, and back down. Exhale, and deep inhale. Engage through the backs of the body, so feel the butt engage, the back of the armpits. 5 more here. And 2. On your next one, let's hold that lift, hold your hips up, bend the elbows and straighten. Bend and press it back up. Good. Point those elbows back behind you. Remember, make it a smaller range of motion if needed. 5 more. Two, and 1 more, and then bringing that butt back down. Good. Take those legs out to your side, and then go to the other side. We'll start, and then just side bend, reach over for that mermaid. Good. Take your hand at the floor, windmill over, and then coming back up. Windmill over, and then back up. So press through the arms in both directions, lifting out of those armpits. Good. 2 more. And 1 more. Good. And then coming back up, sweep those legs to the other side. Let's repeat that, so find that stretch. And then windmill. Lifting out of those armpits. Focus on the breath. Shoulders away from those ears. And just feeling that nice stretch through the side body. Good. Deepen your breath. 3 more. And 2. Good. 1 more time. And then let's go ahead, windmill all the way over. Let's find ourselves in our all fours position, hands and knees. So hands below the shoulders, lengthen that torso, butt is right over those knees. Good, so lift out the armpit, reach out long, and then bring it back in. Reach out long, and bring it back in. So opposite arm, opposite leg, and think about working to still keep that rib cage lined up with the pelvis. And as the limbs are moving, our goal is to keep the rest of the body stable. So that torso is staying stable as our limbs are mobile. So in order to do that, focus on the core, activating, but also feel the back muscles, the back of your thighs, the upper back. And find that length as you reach it out. Reach and back in. Let's do 1 more time to each side, so we're nice and even. And then on that last one, hold everything in. Lift out the armpits, shoulders out of ears. Take your right leg out to your side. You're gonna lift and lower, lift and lower. Good, small range of motion. If you need to, just bring that leg a little bit further back. 5 more. Good. Hold that leg lifted, sweep it back, sweep it side, sweep it back, sweep it side. Stay lifted out of the armpits. Focus on the breath. 5 more. 4. 2 more. And 1. And then bring that leg back in, recenter. Good. Take that opposite leg out to your side and lift. And lower, lift it up, and back down. Good. And taking notice, again, if one side is more mobile than the other, or maybe they feel the same. 5 more. And 2. And then hold that leg lifted, sweep it back, sweep it side. Sweep it back, sweep it side. Find the length, lift out the armpits. Good, smiling and breathing. We're almost there. 5 more. and 2. One more, and then bring that leg back in. Let's go ahead and scoot those knees back. We're gonna do a kneeling push-up, so relax the shoulders of the ears. Slowly lower down and press back up. Take your time as you lower and press. Bending both elbows back toward your rib cage, relaxing the shoulders away from those ears. Five more. 4, 3, 2. Let's hold it halfway, little pulses. All the way back up. And let's lay flat on your belly. Good. Press up into extension and then lower down. Watch that marble roll out in front of you. Resist as you lower. Press up through the armpits, through the back muscles. Good. Remember, if your legs are wider, that's usually nicer on the back. Work to maintain a length in your neck. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Three more. Good. And 2. One more. Lower it back down. Open those arms out to goalpost. Still keeping those legs stable. Lift just that upper body and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Again, still think about watching that marble roll out in front of you. Feel that connection of your back muscles right between your shoulder blades, helping you to lift. Almost like your elbows are being pulled to the ceiling, but also reaching back toward your toes. And draw the abs up with you as you lift. So as you lift, feel your abs hug up toward your spine. Deep inhale, full exhale. And let's hold this next one up. Hold it up, hold it up. Reach your hands back toward your toes. Lift a little bit higher, just hold. A little open and close. A little open and close. Opening just slightly away from your body. And as your hands come back in, see if you can deepen into that extension. 5 more. 2 more. And 1, hold it, lift and lower the legs for 5. Holding your upper body up if you can. Good, 3 more. 2. Hold the legs lifted and swim just those legs. Imagine your legs are being pulled back behind you. Deepen into your breath for 5. And then slowly lower back down. Let's press up, back onto your hands and your knees. Let's round like a Halloween cat. And then extend, open up the chest, just look forward. Round to the pelvis, mid back, lower back, upper back. And then extend, open up that heart as you extend. And round, feeling each bone of the spine move in both directions. Deepening into your breath. Let's do 2 more. Good. And on this last one, go ahead, find your nice all fours position. You can stay here or step 1 foot back at a time. Find that plank again. Lift out the armpits and breathe. Holding into it. Focus on deepening into your breath for 5 more seconds. And then if you can, step your hands in or your feet in towards your toes, or your feet in towards your hands. Bend the knees. Feel that stretch of the backside of your body. And then as slow as you can, like a rag doll, keeping those arms and head heavy, round up, bone by bone, until you come to upright. Roll those shoulders back. Good. Take a big deep inhale, reach. Open up through the chest, mobilize into those arms. Beautiful. 2 more. And on this last one, cross those arms in front of you. Give yourself a hug. Feeling gratitude for that body, taking time to move today. And thank you for joining me here at Jessica and Pilates. Whew.